Hello, comrades. It's Grilich here, back in Command & Conquer Red Alert Counterstrike, where we will be countering the strike as the Soviets this time. And after two evil campaigns of the accursed alliance, it's time for us. And I know what you may think. What? Soviets attacking Ukraine? That is unrealistic. That would never happen. But you know, in the end, it's only game. It can't be realistic all the time. So yeah, today we will start Ukraine campaign. Let's see it. Mousetrap.
Добрый день, Sergeant. Меня зовут Topolov. General Topolov.
He actually speaks
Rad
in
with
Russian.
that, comrade. Your mission in the Ukraine is simple.
Well, for a moment.
Allied forces seek to challenge Soviet air supremacy. Right in our faces, they build MiG prototypes of their own. They test their new air fuel bomb. They test their chronosphere. The Govnyuks grow bold. There's got to be a settling of the score. Destroy the prototypes, but take the chronosphere. Purge the Ukraine of the Allied presence and the bastard behind the threat. Assassinate General Stavros, the Greek commander. До свидания. That is all.
Interesting. So we'll be assassinating that guy that was on Allied side. Your general, I guess. You were sending, or commander. Well, basically, you were sending. You were under him. Oh. Serving. Oh, that's the word I was trying to say. Well, never mind. A long time torn in our side. The Greek commander Stavros has finally been cornered. He has taken refuge in an underground bunker full of his chronosphere technology. Prove to him that no Allied tricks can stop the wrath of the Soviet Union. Track him down and eliminate him. Return with results. We do not want to hear of his escape, only the creative manner of his demise. We have provided you with engineers that, given the opportunity, can use chronosphere technology. Do not squander them.
Commander?
Oh,
Yes, sir.
this type of mission, huh?
Ready and waiting. Agreed. Affirmative.
Oh, I have done this.
Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. At Affirmative. Of course. Awaiting orders. Reporting. At once. Engineering. Affirmative.
This is the guy? Did I
Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
get rid of?
Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Let me check how it works. So let's say for that.
Mission saved.
Affirmative.
And I was supposed to do it slightly different.
Mission loaded.
Yes, sir.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Acknowledged. Very well.
Doesn't
Yes, sir.
work.
Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Let's just go for now.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Very well. Reporting. Yes, sir.
Unit
Very well.
lost.
At once.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Awaiting
Very well.
orders.
What do we have here?
Engineering. Affirmative.
Iron curtain doors now?
Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
That would be pretty epic.
Affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
This one
Yes.
blow up and this one
Affirmative.
didn't.
Engineering.
Yes, sir. At once.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Check this. I'm not right.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Ready and waiting. At
Oh,
once.
my doggos.
At once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Both of them?
Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Very well.
Maybe I
At
need
once.
both at once?
Affirmative.
What am I even supposed to do here? I
At
guess
once.
I have to kill guy. Oh, what is this?
Affirmative. At once.
Oh,
Very well.
Yes, sir.
well,
Affirmative.
well.
Reporting. At once. Affirmative. Very well. At once. At once. Very well. Very well. Agreed.
Engineering.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Agreed. At once.
It exploded.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Rude.
Agreed.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting. Very well. Affirmative. Affirmative. Very well.
Obviously, it's about being able to use them. It
Very
was on
well.
cooldown,
Agreed.
even if I tried to use
Yes,
it
sir.
immediately.
Affirmative.
Reporting. At once. Affirmative.
Reinforcements have
Affirmative.
arrived.
At once.
Oh,
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir.
Oh, maybe I need
Affirmative.
power up my...
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting. Awaiting orders. Very well. Agreed. Ready and waiting. Of course. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Agreed. Affirmative. At once. Agreed. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
No.
At once. Yes, sir.
Oh,
Affirmative.
now they are all destroyed.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Agreed. Agreed. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
For now
Reporting.
it will be group 3. Oh, you are group 2.
Yes, sir.
So it will be group 2.
Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Agreed. Ready and waiting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Very well. At
that
once.
should be killed.
Reporting.
All of them.
Affirmative.
Not bad.
At once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Very well. Yes, sir. At once. Affirmative. Of course. Yes, sir. Very well.
Unit lost.
The guy
Of course.
supposed to kill?
Very well.
Probably not, because this would be too easy.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Or maybe not.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Agreed. Of course. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
At once. At once.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Of course, my entire
Affirmative.
regiment
Affirmative.
lost.
Affirmative. 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 Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative. Agreed. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Awaiting
Yes,
orders.
sir.
Very well. Agreed. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Reporting. Very well. Yes, sir.
Unit
At once.
lost.
Reporting.
Oh, yeah.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
This is like poison? What is this
Acknowledged.
flare?
Affirmative. At once.
Well, good to know.
Affirmative.
Bad feeling about this. But let's save just in case.
Mission
I don't
saved.
believe
Ready and waiting. Acknowledged.
it's still winnable,
Yes, sir.
but
At once. Agreed.
just maybe it is. We'll see. I don't get what this mission wants me to do, to be honest. With all these.
Engineering.
Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
All these chronos
Affirmative.
just keep
Affirmative.
blowing up.
Very well. Very well.
Yes,
Affirmative.
that's the point.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
It's like in the entire
well.
campaign.
Agreed.
Oh, we're finally
well.
getting chronosphere. Or not. It just
Agreed.
exploded.
Affirmative.
The entire goddamn campaign.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Until finally
Affirmative.
just took over
Affirmative.
entire
Affirmative.
divided.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. At once. Agreed. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Affirmative. Awaiting orders at once. Very well. Reporting.
It's not
Affirmative.
like Chronosphere
At
Zone.
once.
That
Affirmative. Affirmative.
GPS
Agreed.
satellite is not
Affirmative. Affirmative. At
This
once.
is what you're supposed
Yes,
to
affirmative.
Reporting.
take over.
Very well. Very well. At once. Affirmative. Agreed. At once. Very well. Affirmative. At once. Very well. Very well. Affirmative. Of course. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Very well. Of course. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit
Yes,
lost.
very well. Affirmative. Very well. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. Agreed. Very well. Very well. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative. Affirmative.
And there he is.
At once. Of course. Affirmative.
There he
Mission
is.
accomplished.
Nice. Still no idea what it was. Yeah, that's totally how it looked. Dun, 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 dun. It was easier than expected. Unless it was not really him. Or something like that. I can totally see it. That's something that game would do. To Field Commander 57 from Soviet Command, Priority 1, received this garbled transmission from a scout group sent into the suspected Allied test site. Transmission already discovered crazy weapons affiliated by air units of state must be transmission lost. We are to investigate this. If the chronosphere is indeed behind it, this is a perfect opportunity to capture it. See that it happens again.
Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. At once. Agreed. Affirmative. Affirmative. At once.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting. At
They
once.
gave me
Very well.
A lot
At
of
once.
troops to
Agreed.
start.
Affirmative. Agreed. Agreed. At once. Agreed. Very well. Agreed.
Maybe
Agreed.
supposed to build base in this.
Affirmative. At once. Very well.
Day and south.
Very well. Very well.
Nothing.
Very well. Agreed. Very well. At once. Affirmative. 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 At once. Affirmative. 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 Very well. Agreed. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative. 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 At once. At once. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. Agreed. Very well.
Was rude.
At once. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. At once.
A lot of gold.
Very
that I
well.
promised.
Affirmative. At once. At once.
Quite
Affirmative.
contrary.
Very well. At once. Very well. Very well. Agreed. Affirmative. 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 Agreed. At once. Affirmative. Affirmative. Agreed. Very well. Very well. Affirmative. Affirmative. Very well. Very well. Agreed. Very well. At once. Affirmative. Affirmative. At once.
Some
Agreed.
kind of river.
Affirmative. Awaiting
A
very well.
lot
Agreed.
of cash
Ready and
on the
waiting.
inside,
At once.
perhaps.
Very well. Agreed. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Agreed. Reporting. Affirmative. At once. Agreed. 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 Affirmative. At once. Awaiting orders. Agreed. Affirmative. Affirmative. Agreed. Agreed. At once. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. At once. Awaiting orders. At once. Affirmative.
Here.
Agreed. Yes, sir. At once. Affirmative. Affirmative. Agreed. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Very well. At once. Very well. Affirmative. At once. At once. Very well. Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative. At
Another
once.
Bridge.
Very well. Affirmative.
So what is this island?
At once.
Nothing.
Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Very well.
More bridges.
Affirmative. Very
How
well.
about less bridges and more gold?
Agreed. Agreed. Affirmative.
Huh?
Agreed. Affirmative. Affirmative. At once.
Us?
At once.
Shall we receive?
Affirmative. At once. Agreed. Agreed.
Except our
Agreed.
resources should
At
have-
once. Agreed. Agreed.
It's
At
just
once.
less.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Oh, there is.
At
cash
once.
here.
Awaiting order. Acknowledged.
I guess we will.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Very well. Affirmative.
We'll start anyway, so let's check. Here, maybe.
Very well. At once. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. Affirmative.
That's better.
Agreed. Agreed. Affirmative. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative.
Oh,
At once. Very well.
this is what
Affirmative.
I'm shooting.
Affirmative.
Nice.
At once.
Maybe. Oh yeah. Oh no, this is.
At once. Agreed. Agreed.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
At once. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative.
Place
Unit
may
lost.
be actually better, but well, I don't have forces to take it over. So well. Oh well. I guess we will start here. Build some token forces and I don't know, hope for the best.
Yes, sir. At once. Agreed. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Very well. At once. Very well.
Maybe I can
Reporting. Affirmative.
take
Acknowledged.
over
Yes, sir.
some
Agreed.
buildings that
Reporting.
there
Affirmative.
even are and
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
New construction options.
Awaiting very well.
Building.
Very well. Very well. Very well. Agreed. Very well.
Construction complete. New construction
orders.
options. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
As I
At
remember,
once.
in the Greek
Affirmative.
campaign,
Affirmative. Affirmative.
we have
Very well.
powerful
Agreed.
units at the beginning.
Agreed.
So I
Agreed.
assume this one is the same.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative. 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 At once. At once. Affirmative. Agreed.
Not that I have cash.
Affirmative.
Powerful units.
Affirmative. Agreed. Very well. At once. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. At once. Very well. Very well. Affirmative. At once. At once.
Construction complete. New construction options.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Very well.
Building.
Reporting. At once. Very well. Very well. Agreed. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Construction
Agreed.
complete. New construction options. Building.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Maybe this time I won't
Agreed.
be
Very
using
well.
4 or trucks. This should be enough.
Very well. Affirmative. Affirmative.
I'm starting to contemplating even only having this one. How about War Factory? I will need anyway.
Construction complete. New construction options.
Tesla coil. Heavy tank.
Building. Building.
Yeah, I need to buy this because I can't afford a lot of
Insufficient funds.
tanks. I can't afford a lot of anything. When they told you to give me archery, huh? So I would be able to summon
Construction
minions.
complete.
I see where this is going.
Building. On hold. Cancel.
I really want this, but
Building.
well, there is gold here, so it's not that bad. I can afford using. Hopefully.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yay,
Acknowledged.
my grand
Awaiting orders.
Yes, sir.
Tank.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Go.
Mission saved.
Well, that. Well, my
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
let's try
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
getting this.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
What was that? Am I shooting? Take the point.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
As well.
Acknowledged.
Heavy tanks
Affirmative.
are doing that.
Acknowledged. Waiting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Construction
Reporting.
complete.
Affirmative.
New construction options.
Acknowledged. Of course. Very well. Agreed.
Oh, nice.
Acknowledged. Agreed.
It doesn't say.
Affirmative.
anything
At
about
once.
what
Affirmative.
the weapon is.
Affirmative.
Okay, I think I can afford.
Building.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Agreed. Agreed. At once. Agreed. At once. Agreed. At once. Affirmative. Agreed.
With this, I can also dig into second island. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yes, sir.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Agreed.
That is rude.
Yes, sir.
Why would you do that?
At once.
Insufficient funds.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Reporting. At once. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Reporting.
One of
Waiting
you
orders. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. At once.
And I need another tank. Unfortunately.
Building.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. At once. Awaiting orders. At once. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. 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 Agreed. Ready and waiting. Very well. At once. Affirmative. At once.
This
Awaiting
goes for
orders.
the
Once.
tank
Affirmative.
that will be built eventually.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
We also need some submarines. But how will I build?
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir.
You also go-
Construction
Affirmative.
complete. Cannot deploy here. New construction options.
Tech center. What can it even do?
Building.
Yes,
Insufficient funds.
can check.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Can you just work? Thank you.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Training.
You as well.
Building. Unit ready. Training.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Reporting. Agreed.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Training.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Awaiting orders. Agreed. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting at once. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
I need you
Construction
to
complete.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Okay.
New construction options.
Iron curtain. Oh, and flamethrower.
Awaiting orders.
Flamethrower, I
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
would like to have right
Training.
now.
Building.
Iron curtain, I guess we can make as well.
Reporting.
Unit ready. Training.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Ready and waiting.
Insufficient.
Awaiting
Affirmative.
orders. Acknowledged.
Stop going into my
Affirmative.
range.
Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Oh, these tanks sure are better against infantry than what I expected. Ah, this tank is actually cost more than Mammoth tank. That kind of explains things. I was just thinking, that seems like kind of big number. And now I see. I guess you can buy
Building.
as well for defense.
Unit ready.
Awaiting orders.
Affirmative.
Ready and
Training.
waiting.
Construction
Acknowledged.
complete.
Agreed. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Cannot deploy here. Cannot deploy here. Building.
Ready and waiting. Very well.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting.
Iron curtain.
Ready and waiting at once.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Awaiting
Acknowledged.
orders.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Was this
Reporting.
always that fast?
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Am I just
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
too used to play allies after
Affirmative.
what, 2 streams?
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Wait,
Acknowledged.
wait.
Acknowledged.
Don't go too close.
Affirmative.
Seriously, you're still not
Affirmative.
in range?
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Ready and waiting.
Unit lost.
What?
Report. Acknowledged.
What is going on with my units today?
Reporting at once. Very well.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Get lost.
Acknowledged.
Comrade, affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Go it,
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Vehicle report. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
This tank is
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
too much.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Can you just
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting
Affirmative.
orders.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Agreed. Affirmative.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Comrade, affirmative. Acknowledged.
Everything is so weird.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir.
Preparing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Am I in some kind of
Affirmative.
alternative
Affirmative.
universe
Vehicle reporting.
suddenly?
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit prepared.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Vehicle
Unit
report.
lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Training.
Waiting
Unit
affirmative.
lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Construction complete. Iron curtain charging.
Vehicle
Our base
report.
is under
Affirmative.
attack.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Reporting.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Vehicle
Training.
report. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting.
And
Unit
when
ready.
you have fireballs.
Awaiting orders. Reporting.
What
Waiting
is
orders.
going
Very
on
well.
Here?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't know my
Acknowledged.
own troops anymore. Who am I even?
Preparing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Reporting.
Insufficient funds.
Guess I want another one of these.
Building. Insufficient funds. Repairing. Construction complete. Unit repaired.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Once.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Maybe like
Training.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. At once. At once.
Unit lost.
what? What
Yes,
is
sir.
it? Oh, what is
Unit
Whoa, whoa,
ready.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Training.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
How do you have that range? What is even going on?
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Is this some kind of
Our base
I don't
is
know,
under attack.
Acknowledged.
chronosphere anomaly or something? Wow, wow, wow.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Comrade, acknowledged.
Awaiting
Unit
orders.
lost.
Very well.
Damn it.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative.
Stop that. Ah,
Awaiting orders.
Yes, sir.
Reporting. Awaiting orders. At
Yes,
once.
affirmative.
I'm stuck with the slowest tank ever. That hasn't changed.
Unit ready. Training.
Affirmative.
Come on.
Affirmative.
You don't need to
Acknowledged.
go to melee
Affirmative.
range. Start shooting.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Yes, sir.
lost.
Fucking course!
Unit ready.
Why do you suck so much now at fighting other tanks?
Yes, sir.
What am I even supposed to do
Waiting
now?
orders.
Awaiting orders.
Waiting
Acknowledged.
orders. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
I guess I need to
Training.
Reporting.
Grenade.
Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Unit
Yes,
ready.
sir. Affirmative.
Training.
Thanks now.
Affirmative.
Reporting.
Affirmative.
What the hell?
Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Training.
Reporting.
Are
Yes,
you
sir.
good against
Yes,
tanks?
sir.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Or
Acknowledged.
suddenly-
Training.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir.
Comrade, acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Base
Affirmative.
is under attack.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Very well. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Oh my
Acknowledge.
god, there's
Affirmative.
another one of these!
Yes, sir.
Kill
At
this
once.
thing!
Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Repairing.
Of course. Ready and waiting.
Kill it with
Affirmative.
fire!
Ready and waiting. Waiting orders.
Of
Yes,
course.
sir. Very well. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Of course. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Of course!
Affirmative. Of course.
Had to! In the last
Reporting. Affirmative.
millisecond
Yes, sir.
of its existence, it had
Repairing.
to fucking destroy it. Ah, I hate
Building.
this so
Ready and
much.
waiting. Agreed. Yes,
Come
sir.
on!
Reporting.
Oh my God, now
Affirmative.
you're stuck
Affirmative. Yes,
because
sir.
of course you are.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit
Of
lost.
course, sir. Of course. At once. Very well. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
I
At
had-
once.
They had some weird
Very well.
twist and I had
At once.
nerf
Very well.
with all my tanks.
At once. Agreed. Very well. Of course. Very well. Affirmative. At once. Very well.
Repairing.
Of course.
Okay, I guess grenade
Unit
is
repaired.
Very well. Very well. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
What is this?
At once.
Wait, are they thieves?
Very well.
Maybe they are thieves.
Agreed. Affirmative.
Okay, fine. I'm good.
Training.
Awaiting
Oh,
orders.
yes,
Once.
yes.
Affirmative. Very
This
well.
seems to be good now.
Affirmative. Agreed. Agreed. At once.
The only thing that seems to be
Affirmative.
Buff.
Affirmative. 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 Very well. Affirmative. Agreed.
like mammoths that can't even fight tanks anymore.
Affirmative. Very well. Agreed.
Iron curtain ready.
At once.
Unit lost.
Ah, that's an issue.
Comrade, acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting. Very well.
Yeah, okay, okay. Okay.
Insufficient
I wonder
funds.
about my new navy. If perhaps I get submarines that are not real
Yeah,
submarines,
okay.
but something else.
Okay. 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 Okay.
I may want to test this. If I can build this anywhere. There's like probably power plant. And some money.
On hold.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, okay. Okay. Okay.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. At once.
Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
One
Acknowledged.
good thing about these tanks is that they have
Acknowledged.
big range. But they are not heavy, they
Unit
are made
lost.
of paper.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
And they are good against
Affirmative.
infantry,
Acknowledged.
is what I
Affirmative.
thought, but maybe not
Affirmative.
enough.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
And again, all my units
Acknowledged.
good only against the infantry.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
How is this
Affirmative.
not
Acknowledged.
killing
Affirmative.
that one soldier?
Our
Acknowledged.
base is under attack. Training.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Come on!
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Insufficient
Affirmative.
funds.
Acknowledged.
This one somehow
Acknowledged.
is dying as he should.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Very run.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Waiting order. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
What did I
Affirmative.
score?
Acknowledged.
Critical hit or something? I don't know.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Training.
Agreed. Very well.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Ready and waiting.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Training.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Very well. Yes, sir.
Unit
Waiting
ready.
order. Affirmative.
Training. Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Reporting.
Ready and waiting.
What is
Yes,
going
sir.
on in this game?
Agreed. Acknowledged.
Reporting.
I'd like to repair these. But I need some cash for it. This is not the thing I have. I probably won't have for a while.
Yeah? Okay, okay. 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 Okay.
And look at this tower that I would normally kill without any problem with my artillery. Except my artillery
Okay.
is no longer
Okay.
no longer have any range.
Okay.
Unless I can
Yes, sir.
kill this
Affirmative.
seems to have
Affirmative.
quite the range.
Acknowledged.
Let me check this.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Somewhere.
Acknowledged.
Somewhere.
Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
But that-
Mission saved.
Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Training.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
shooting nukes.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Now you're no longer
Acknowledged.
fast.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Since I played just now.
Mission loaded.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
I would rather not wait.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready. Training.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Training.
Reporting.
Unless
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes,
I am
sir.
counting.
Acknowledged.
Charging.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Report agreed. Very well.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
shooting dark
Affirmative.
side.
Very well.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Of course. Affirmative. At once. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Very well. Of course.
Feel the power of the dark side.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Agreed.
Nice.
Repairing.
I want this repair.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Let's save again.
Mission saved.
Affirmative.
Reporting. Very well. Affirmative. Reporting. Ready and waiting.
This map
Yes,
is
sir.
very wrong, but
Affirmative.
also
Awaiting orders.
quite
Very well.
satisfying and hilarious. Hilarious is the main word here.
Repairing.
What the hell is even going
Yeah,
on?
okay, okay.
Unit
Yes, sir.
repaired.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Maybe it's some
Acknowledged.
kind of fever dream. At the end,
Affirmative. Affirmative.
there is a
Affirmative.
plot twist.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Nothing like that ever
Reporting.
happened.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged.
What is your range?
Acknowledged.
Sweet.
Yes, sir.
This is my new artillery.
Awaiting orders.
One.
Unit
Agreed.
lost.
What the hell happened?
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Reporting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Waiting affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting. Of course.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Of course. Yes, sir.
Unit
Agreed.
lost.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Ugh.
Ready and waiting. At once. Very well.
Unit
Yes,
lost.
sir. Of course. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Training.
Ready and waiting. At once.
Unit ready. Training.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
That's fine.
Training.
Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Ready and waiting.
Training.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Training.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting
Unit
orders, sir.
ready.
Acknowledged. Very well.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Unit
Because I
lost.
need another one.
Building.
Acknowledged.
I
Of
might
course.
buy another one anyway,
Very well.
but,
Yes, sir.
I wanted
Yes,
to have
sir.
two.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
I guess Counterstrike have been
Reporting
lying
at once.
all the time.
Very well.
Training.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Training.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Training. Insufficient funds.
On the bright
Unit
side is
Yes, sir.
Ready.
At once.
that
Affirmative.
they didn't rebuild this, so maybe they are not very rich.
Acknowledged.
Or
Affirmative.
perhaps they can rebuild.
Of course.
the doll-
Yes, sir. Of course. Affirmative. Affirmative. Very well. Yes, sir. Agreed. Yes, sir. Reporting. Agreed. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. At once. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Very well. Agreed.
Another tank.
At once. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Agreed.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Training.
Comrade.
Come on,
Acknowledged.
With your power.
Ac-
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready. Training.
The power.
Yes, sir. At
Unit
once.
lost.
Affirmative.
Alright.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir.
For a second I thought he started aiming at him.
Reporting.
Unit
Reporting.
lost.
Affirmative.
Now it looks not to be the
Yes,
case.
sir. Of course. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Comrade. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
But I lost all my infantry
Yes, sir.
yet again
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
to one tank.
Reporting. At once.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. At
Affirmative.
once.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Training.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Training.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Ready
Unit
and waiting.
ready.
Very well.
Training.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Training.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Shoot
Acknowledged.
it!
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Oh, great.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Another
Affirmative.
tank. I
Acknowledged.
just
Yes, sir.
built it!
Unit
And I don't
lost.
have cash for another
Reporting.
one!
Yes, sir.
And I won't have it for it.
Unit lost.
Ready and
Building.
waiting. Of course.
And they are shooting my
Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir. At once. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative.
Iron curtain ready.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir.
It's kind of too
Affirmative.
late for Iron Curtain.
Of course.
My god,
Affirmative.
another
Our base
invincible
is under
At
attack.
once. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
infantryman.
Affirmative.
Unit
Yes, sir.
lost.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Training.
At once. Awaiting orders.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Very well. Of
Training.
course. Acknowledged.
Unit
Yes,
lost.
sir.
Repairing.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very well. Very well. Very well. Affirmative. Very
Unit
well.
lost.
Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
I just want to siege with
Yes, sir.
in peace.
Very well.
Why do you
At
have
once.
to keep attacking me?
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Repairing.
That's one thing I don't like in this game. If you click repair and you don't have cash, it should stay as being repaired,
Unit ready.
not just immediately end it.
Acknowledged.
That is stupid.
Agreed. At once.
Okay. Well, with this
Affirmative.
I won't be able to attack anything. I'm not even sure if I can defend anything. Maybe I should invest in another ore track. But first I need tank. Before they'll attack me yet again. And this time I have Iron Curtain. So it should be fine, hopefully. But well. First I need this damn tank.
Insufficient funds.
Oh really? I couldn't tell. I think it's just enough.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Save.
Mission saved.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Try to
Acknowledged.
destroy
Affirmative.
this other tower.
Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
What I
Acknowledged.
need to be doing is get to the other island and building second base there.
Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Select target.
Vehicle report.
Iron
Affirmative.
curtain charging.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Reporting at once. Agreed. Affirmative.
Okay.
Reporting.
One
Affirmative.
of you go.
Agreed.
Go there,
Yes, sir.
there, and
Acknowledged.
you can go
Yes, sir. Agreed.
there.
Affirmative.
Tank there
Very well.
For one.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Very well. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Training.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Of course. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Base is under attack.
Ah, go to hell.
Preparing.
Acknowledged. Very well. Reporting. Very well. Of course.
Oh,
Of course.
go there. Go,
Affirmative.
go this way.
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Affirmative. Ready and waiting.
Training.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Insufficient funds. Unit ready. Training.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reporting.
I need another tower.
Reporting. Affirmative. At once. Vehicle acknowledged.
Maybe I
Building.
build
Yes,
this
sir.
one.
Acknowledged.
There is way too much infantry
Acknowledged.
around.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Tanks are still in minority.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Preparing. Unit ready.
Very well. Yes, sir.
Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir.
Look at this ground.
Unit ready.
Very well. Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Very well. Of course. Of course. Very well. Agreed. Yes, sir. Of course. Very well. At once.
Okay,
Yes,
shoot
sir.
them
Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
before they'll do
Yes,
something
sir.
stupid.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Reporting. Yes, sir. At once.
Oh, no, they have two
Yes, sir.
tanks.
Unit lost.
Awaiting
That's more I
orders.
can deal
Agreed.
with.
At once.
Yeah, that is bizarre as hell.
Affirmative.
What even is this map?
Affirmative.
Why is this my army?
Affirmative. Agreed. Agreed.
Guess I can build one Tesla coil as well.
Agreed.
As
Affirmative.
the next priority.
Very well.
Construction
But
complete.
before that I need to build
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
another power.
Building.
Ready and waiting.
Insufficient funds.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Once. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Very
Tank,
well.
all the
Yes, sir.
damage, Mr. Tank.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Oh, fuck you.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Don't you dare.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. At once.
Unit
Very well.
lost.
Of course. Affirmative.
Ah, yeah.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Training.
Yes, sir.
Base is
Acknowledged.
under attack.
Reporting.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Awaiting orders. Very well.
Training.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Ready
lost.
and waiting. Affirmative. Once.
Unit
Reporting.
ready.
At once.
Training.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Unit
sir.
ready.
At once.
Training.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Preparing.
Yes, sir. Of course. Affirmative. Agreed. Of
I need to
course.
destroy all of these.
Very well. Yes, sir.
Oh, great.
Very well. Yes, sir.
All my orders
Yes, sir. At once.
will be gone.
Of course. Yes, sir. At once. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
What is this?
Unit
Affirmative. Yes,
lost.
sir. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
I don't have cash and I can't have more cash because of my own trucks. Fuck this.
Mission loaded.
Yes, sir. At once.
What's that? Well, I attack this. Whatever. That did
Agreed.
matter.
Affirmative.
They did like heavy third or
Building.
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders.
and I guess
Building.
you can try building this Tesla coil.
Report affirmative. Acknowledged. Ready and waiting. Well. At once.
Also, it would be nice if you would stop doing this every single time.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Yes, sir. Vehicle affirmative. Acknowledged.
Our base is under attack.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Training.
Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Are you maybe...
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
You don't have range here? What is your range?
Awaiting orders. Vehicle reporting.
Oh,
Affirmative.
you kidding me? That did not happen last time. What the hell?
Acknowledged. Awaiting
Ah, don't
orders.
go
Affirmative.
there.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
What
Acknowledged.
the hell? Did not
Acknowledged.
happen last
Affirmative.
time.
Select target.
Acknowledged.
I'm Curtin.
Vehicle
Charging.
reporting.
Our
Affirmative.
base is under attack. Preparing. Unit
Reporting.
ready.
Of course. Affirmative.
Training. Construction complete.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Insufficient funds.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Come on.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Waiting order.
At once. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
Great.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
It is so amazing.
Unit lost.
Why? Why did it happen this? Why? So annoyed.
Mission loaded.
Yes, sir. At once.
Okay, what if I
Agreed.
just attack?
Very well. Yes, sir. Affirmative. At once. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Select target.
Awaiting
I'm
orders.
Curtin.
Acknowledged.
Charging.
Report agreed. At once. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. At once. Of course. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Okay.
Affirmative. Of course.
Well, I guess
Vehicle report. Affirmative.
this is good.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. At once. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Agreed. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. At once. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Now,
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
going to attack.
Vehicle report. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Ready and waiting. Very well. Ready and waiting.
Unit lost.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Unit
Of course.
lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting
Unit
orders.
Wow,
lost.
they are all here because of reasons.
Training.
I already know how it will end, so whatever.
Mission loaded.
Yes, sir. At once. Ready and waiting.
Different way.
Very well. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. Agreed. At once. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. Of course. Of course. Reporting. Agreed. Very well. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Reporting. Very well. Reporting. At once. Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
Vehicle affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Training.
Reporting.
Unit ready. Training.
Reporting.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Ready and
ready.
waiting. Yes, sir. Yes,
Training.
sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Very well. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Our base is under attack.
Awaiting orders.
Unit
Very well.
lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Unit
Ready
lost.
and waiting.
Unit lost. preparing. Training. Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Training.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Insufficient funds.
Oh my god. Why? Why it's going only worse and worse and worse and worse every time?
Mission loaded.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Ready and waiting. At once.
Awaiting affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Select target. I'm Curtin.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting. Agreed. Very well. Agreed. Of course. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Report acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Training.
And they are going to attack my complex, right? Right.
Mission loaded.
Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. At once. Agreed.
If I go with you.
Affirmative. Affirmative. At once.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Very well. At once. Very well. At once. Agreed. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Okay.
Acknowledged. Agreed.
Let's save on that.
Mission saved.
Reporting.
Vehicle reporting.
Reporting. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
Our base is under attack.
Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Reporting. At once.
Mission saved.
Agreed. Agreed. Very well.
Okay.
Agreed. Very well.
There are these guys.
Vehicle reporting.
Come on.
Acknowledged.
Stop
Acknowledged.
standing in place.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Go. Go with your
Acknowledged.
job.
Affirmative.
Go. Go.
Affirmative.
Not
Acknowledged.
here.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
That is
Acknowledged.
not the
Affirmative.
way. Go.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Jeez.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Fine,
Affirmative.
I'm so done.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Very well. Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Report
Unit
affirmative.
lost.
Report agreed. Very well. Affirmative. At once. At once. Agreed. Very well. Ready and waiting. Of course.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Training.
Yes, sir.
Insufficient
Affirmative.
funds.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Another one.
Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
Oh my god.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Armies here.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Of course they are.
Acknowledged.
Reporting. Of
Unit
course.
ready.
They can
Awaiting
look
orders.
at
Affirmative.
shooting by order.
Acknowledged.
Again.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Also-
Affirmative.
Training.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir.
Select target.
Affirmative.
I'm curtain.
Yes, sir. At
Charging.
once.
Unit
Yes, sir.
lost.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Ready and waiting. Very well. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative.
Mission saved.
Acknowledged.
Wait, it's called paradox crazy. I see. That makes
Waiting
a lot of
orders.
sense.
Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting.
Building.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Agreed.
Repairing. Construction complete. Building.
I hope this building will stop you from stupid idea of
Unit
building
repaired.
every single time. Okay, it seems to work.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
That alone is making this building worth it.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Okay, it seems I have enough cash for Tesla coil, which I hope still works normally. Well, unless it works better, then it's fine to me as well.
Construction complete.
As we'll see.
Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Agreed.
Ah,
Very well.
potential
Yes, sir.
targets are already
Affirmative.
here.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Base is under
Affirmative.
Seems to work.
Repairing.
Vehicle report. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Report. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Of course.
Of course, change
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
target into my order.
Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Of course. Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Now I will go
Affirmative.
repair first and foremost. Maybe you can work with that. And after everything is repaired, and maybe I can start building more troops for once. And start thinking about actually going with some offensive.
Repairing. Repairing. Building.
second tank.
Reporting at once.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit repaired.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Very well. At once.
Comrade? Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Repairing. Unit repaired.
Acknowledged.
Training. Unit ready. Training.
Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Insufficient funds.
Insufficient funds is my middle name. Greedy insufficient funds leech.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Maybe we can do a little
Mission saved.
trick
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
here. You have so
Affirmative.
branch.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Chase him.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Training. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Oh, I have
Training.
Yes, sir.
For the
Affirmative.
first time.
Unit ready.
Reporting. Very well.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Let's.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
How did he came here so fast?
Reporting. Affirmative.
Vehicle
Is
acknowledged.
there another bridge somewhere here?
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Of course.
Affirmative. Awaiting
Acknowledged.
orders. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Not the same time.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Iron curtain
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle
Acknowledged.
reporting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Reporting.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders.
Vehicle
Acknowledged.
reporting.
Awaiting orders. At once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Ready and waiting.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Back here.
At once. Very well. Affirmative. Very well. At once.
Yes, sir.
Reporting. Agreed.
Repairing.
Very well. Very well. Agreed. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. At once. Agreed. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit
Very well.
prepared.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. At once. Agreed. At once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
More
Building.
tanks!
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. At once. At once. Affirmative. At once.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Very well. Affirmative.
Vehicle
Reporting,
reporting.
sir.
Lost.
Oh,
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
there's more infantry.
Training.
Reporting. Very well. Agreed.
Awaiting or
Unit
acknowledged.
ready.
Reporting.
Training.
Very well.
Report acknowledged.
Reporting.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Training.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting. Agreed.
Unit ready.
Very well.
Training.
Oh,
Agreed.
Unit
Vehicle
ready.
reporting.
Reporting.
Training. Insufficient
Affirmative.
funds.
Very well.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Reporting.
Awaiting or
Acknowledged.
acknowledged.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Affirmative. Report. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. At once. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
I don't
Acknowledged.
understand how
Affirmative.
damaging this infantry
Yes, sir.
works.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Affirmative. Awaiting
Unit
orders, sir.
ready.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Very well. Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting.
Are you planning to stop any...
Acknowledged.
Building.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Mission
Finally, I
saved.
feel
Reporting at once. Very well. Awaiting orders.
slowly
Affirmative.
the victory
Acknowledged.
is
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir.
coming closer. Not even sure
Acknowledged.
what
Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir. At once. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Ready and waiting. At once. Agreed. Affirmative. At once.
What do we have
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Ready and waiting. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Oh, wow.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
More tanks that is needed.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit
Vehicle report.
ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
And so...
Reporting.
Waiting orders.
Affirmative.
Oh.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Very well. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Report affirmative.
Preparing.
Vehicle acknowledged.
Wow, wow, wow.
Acknowledged.
wow.
Awaiting
Unit
orders.
prepared.
Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Report affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Fuel for the
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. At once.
Reporting.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Ready and waiting. At
Prepared.
once. Very well. Vehicle reporting.
Unit
Awaiting
prepared.
orders. Acknowledged. Reporting. Vehicle reporting.
Yes, affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders.
Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting.
Unit
reporting.
lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Can you stop dying in 2
Acknowledged.
hits?
Reporting.
That would
At
help
once.
me a lot
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
moving forward.
Reporting.
Unit lost.
Not
Training.
Dying
Yes, sir.
too fast.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Awaiting
Training.
orders. At once.
Unit ready.
Vehicle
Training.
reporting.
Preparing. Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Ready and waiting.
Training.
Agreed.
Unit ready. Training.
Reporting. Affirmative. Very well.
Unit ready. Unit prepared. Training.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Training.
Comrade. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Training.
Yes, sir.
Insufficient.
Affirmative.
funds. Unit ready. Preparing.
Guess I need one man
Building.
tank just so I have something that can take 2 hits.
Awaiting orders.
Unit prepared.
Agreed. Reporting.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Like we can
Reporting. Affirmative.
push a little bit.
Mission saved.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged. Vehicle report. Affirmative. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Okay.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Awaiting orders at once. Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. Agreed. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. Very well. Very well. At once. At once. At once. Affirmative.
Destroying this
Very well.
into a few.
Of course. At once.
Unit lost.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. Very well.
Report. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Go along there.
Acknowledged.
Ready and waiting. Agreed.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Acknowledged.
yeah.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit
Reporting.
ready.
Yes, sir. Very well. Agreed. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Comrade.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting. At once. Very well.
Comrade. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Affirmative.
Okay. Now we
Acknowledged. Very well.
check this base here.
At once. Very well. Agreed.
This is what I assume.
Very
is
well.
base.
Agreed.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting.
Awaiting orders.
Training. Building.
Affirmative. Very well. Very well.
Unit ready.
At once.
Training.
Affirmative. Reporting.
ready.
Yes, sir. At once. Yes, sir. At once.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Awaiting
At
orders.
once.
Give me another.
Yes, sir. At once.
Vehicle reporting.
Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. At once. Agreed. At once. Agreed. Affirmative. Affirmative. Agreed. At once. Agreed. Very well. Affirmative. Agreed.
I see some
Affirmative.
stuff.
At once. Agreed.
Unit lost.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Seems to be
Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Yes, sir.
Reporting. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. Very well. Of course. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir.
Vehicle affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Vehicle report. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
At once. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting. At once.
Unit
Reporting.
lost.
Affirmative.
Comrade. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
cowards
Acknowledged.
attacking me from
Acknowledged.
the
Affirmative.
other side.
Training. Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Awaiting orders.
Training.
Very well.
Awaiting orders.
Unit ready. Training.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Reporting.
Unit ready. Training.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Waiting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Of course.
Comrade. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting
Acknowledged.
orders.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit prepared.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Very well.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Reporting.
Vehicle reporting.
Yes,
Down
sir.
and go
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Preparing.
well.
Reporting. Of course.
What do we have here?
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit prepared. Training.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Training.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes,
Unit
sir.
ready.
Acknowledged. Vehicle
Training.
reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Preparing. Insufficient funds.
Awaiting
Unit ready.
orders.
Training.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged. Reporting.
Preparing.
Agreed.
Vehicle
Affirmative.
reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit prepared.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Very well.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Vehicle
Acknowledged.
Training.
Affirmative.
Reporting. Agreed.
Vehicle
Unit
acknowledged.
ready.
Affirmative.
Training.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Affirmative. Affirmative.
ready.
Acknowledged. Very well. Very well. Ready and waiting. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Awaiting
Of course.
orders.
Damn it.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Agreed.
Vehicle reporting.
Training.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Training.
Affirmative.
Unit ready. Training.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Training.
Comrade. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Ready and waiting.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. At once.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Looks like a nice place for invade.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Let's say.
Insufficient funds. Mission saved.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Okay.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Awaiting
At
orders.
once. Awaiting orders.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting at once.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Awaiting orders.
Acknowledged.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Reporting. Affirmative.
I believe I was
Affirmative.
supposed to do something
Yes,
with
sir.
Russ here,
At once.
Yes, sir.
but I
Acknowledged.
can't say I see
Acknowledged.
Reporting. Very well.
any, because
Reporting.
that's not the
Affirmative.
base I was looking for.
Affirmative.
Reporting.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Waiting order.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting. Agreed. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Affirmative.
Mission saved.
Ready and waiting.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, very well.
Vehicle reporting.
Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Affirmative. At once.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle
reporting.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Unit
At once.
lost.
Vehicle affirmative.
Training.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Training.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Training.
Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Insufficient funds.
Reporting. Vehicle acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Waited to emerge from the shadows, and now we will make ourselves known.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
We will stand.
Affirmative.
We will stand. Soon we will
Acknowledged.
stand.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Training.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Ready and waiting. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Preparing.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
Acknowledged.
Okay,
Affirmative.
This island.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Oh,
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Insufficient
Acknowledged.
funds.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
that's gonna take
Affirmative.
a while.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting
Acknowledged.
orders.
Lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Seriously,
Yes, sir. Of course.
I can just
Affirmative. Very well. At once.
attack
Of course.
all of my tanks.
At once. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Reporting. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
One more.
Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative.
Reporting. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Repairing.
Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Unit repaired.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Awaiting orders. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledge.
ready.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Reporting. Acknowledge. Awaiting orders.
Time to be rich.
Reporting. Agreed. Affirmative.
Rich!
Reporting. Acknowledge.
Of course, in communistic way.
Acknowledge. Affirmative.
It's time
Affirmative.
Ready and
People
waiting.
to be
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
for... Oh, that's
Acknowledge.
quite the range.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Report. Acknowledge. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Reporting.
Very well.
Affirmative. Agreed.
Affirmative.
Very well.
Reporting. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Oh.
Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Yes, sir.
Vehicle
Acknowledge.
reporting. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir.
Awaiting
Insufficient
affirmative.
funds.
Affirmative.
Ready and
Very
waiting.
well. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Reporting.
Reporting.
Acknowledge.
Lost.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. At once.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Ready and waiting.
Affirmative.
Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. 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 Acknowledge.
Yes, sir. At once. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Repairing.
Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building. Insufficient
Affirmative.
funds.
Affirmative.
Awaiting orders.
Repair.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Unit
Reporting.
prepared.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Suddenly I see
Affirmative.
everything.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Why is that?
Acknowledged.
No idea.
Affirmative.
Wow.
Affirmative.
What is
Acknowledged.
this?
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Probably
Affirmative.
nothing good.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
I may need
Comrade.
Ready
Affirmative.
and waiting.
to go back to my base real quick.
Unit lost.
Comrade. Waiting order.
Are
Yes,
they
sir.
coming after me?
Affirmative.
Huh. They went back.
Acknowledged.
Maybe not?
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Huh. That was weird.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Training.
Reporting. Very well.
Reporting. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Well, actually, I can
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
go and repair some troops anyway,
Insufficient funds.
of course. But funds soon won't be an issue. Hopefully.
Acknowledged. Very well.
Unit ready. Training.
Yes, sir. At once.
Unit ready. Training. Construction complete. Unit ready.
Yeah, one more
Training.
more.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Start
Affirmative.
from this.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
And then actually you go.
Affirmative.
already. The new one can go replace you.
Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. At
Repairs.
once. Affirmative.
Insufficient funds. Repairing. Unit ready. Building.
Awaiting
Unit
orders, sir.
prepared.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. Very well.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Explode this.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
I know we can do it.
Insufficient
Affirmative.
funds.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Comrade.
That is
Affirmative.
going
Yes,
to
sir.
be wrong.
Ready.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Someone wants
Acknowledged.
any cash. And that someone is
Affirmative.
looking for one.
Affirmative.
They may actually build silo.
Building.
Oh,
Unit
Yes, sir. Very
prepared.
well.
Vehicle reporting.
Construction complete.
that's crazy. Speaking of things I could build. How
Building.
does this work? Can I build it here without buildings? Near
Unit ready. Building. Construction complete.
Not really.
Cancel. Building.
Yes, sir.
Construction
Waiting
complete.
order.
Affirmative.
So I may need to do some
Building.
road.
Construction complete.
It doesn't really work. Whatever.
Building. Construction complete.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete.
Wait, they haven't built
Building.
this. Let's build this.
Construction complete.
And
New construction options. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete.
now we can
Building.
do this.
Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Agreed.
Training.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Affirmative.
Training.
For our little
Unit
adventure.
ready. Unit ready. Training.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
That's what I like to see.
Acknowledged.
Insufficient
Affirmative.
funds.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Mission saved.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
The submarine
Affirmative.
is also done.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Comrade. Affirmative. Waiting order.
I see.
Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Show me.
Naval unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building.
I guess I need a lot of them.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Comrade.
Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
Comrade. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Building.
Vehicle report. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
I guess I will need
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Transporter.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
well, there used to be a bridge that way.
Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
Well, I
ready.
guess
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged.
that seems to be
Affirmative.
the extent
Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
of what you can do
Yes, sir.
alone.
Comrade,
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building.
waiting order.
Affirmative.
On hold. Cancel.
Vehicle reporting.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Can
Comrade,
you
affirmative.
perhaps
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Vehicle reporting.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
what are you all
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Affirmative.
well, go inside.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit
Waiting
ready.
acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Comrade. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Comrade. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Comrade. Affirmative.
Vehicle acknowledged. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Incoming.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Awaiting
Acknowledged.
orders.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Very well.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle report. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Reporting.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Vehicle acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle report. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Comrade. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Comrade. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting.
Unit lost.
Vehicle report.
Awaiting
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes,
Report. Affirmative. Report. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Awaiting affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Okay.
Building.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Very well. Affirmative.
Vehicle affirmative. Awaiting affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Waiting order.
Awaiting orders.
Reporting.
Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Let's go.
Affirmative.
Time for final.
Mission saved.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting at once.
Comrade. Acknowledged.
Awaiting affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Now what do we got
Affirmative.
here?
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Waiting
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
And I guess I need
Training.
Acknowledged.
here.
Affirmative.
Comrade.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Vehicle
Affirmative.
acknowledged. Affirmative.
It's actually some kind of neutral player.
Affirmative.
Anomaly player.
Yes, sir.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Prepared.
Affirmative.
Unit repaired.
Affirmative.
Oh, look at this. All this coffee. Or gravy, or whatever it is
Building.
inside of this
Engineering.
salad.
Affirmative.
Construction
acknowledged.
complete.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Report acknowledged.
Engineering. Engineering. Affirmative.
Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete.
Time to finish this. That was one heck of a mission.
Low power. Mission accomplished.
At least it didn't explode for once. Okay. So that was second Ukrainian mission. And next week, hopefully we will finish Ukraine. Wah, ha, 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 ha. Ah, we can be so evil in this game. I love it. Yeah, this we will do.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Next
Battle control terminated.
Legacy of Tesla. That sounds nice. But yeah. Thanks for watching today. It was weird, but ultimately fun. See you next week. Bye.